Hey, crypto family, welcome back to another cryptocurrency news article for you, where I keep you up to date on everything in the crypto space. Today's article comes from a look into Litecoin, and it's on Litecoin Creator dumps Ethereum to develop Litecoin full-time. Very nice. I'm a fan of Charlie Lee. I'm a fan of Litecoin. It's one of my biggest holdings, one of them. Again, I only really like dabbling into Bitcoin, Litecoin, Divi, and Theta. And then I may dabble around lightly with other projects, see where they go, but those are my four biggest holdings. So I like being up to date on what's going on with the Litecoin network, what's going on with Bitcoin, Divi, Theta, and yeah. So let's go over this article for you. So intro. We have all heard that Charlie Lee exit scammed Litecoiners and Charlie Lee sold his bags, or different versions of the two as well-crafted FUD statements as reasons to stay away from investing in Litecoin. Charlie Lee was being transparent and gave his reasons why he sold in 2017, yet nobody seemed to care about that. Charlie Lee's tweet right here: I sold because holding LTC made it a situation where I may do something to pump the value short term, but it is bad for the long term success of Litecoin. I didn't want that conflict. I'll explain this many times. If all of you still don't understand, I can't help you. Be gone. So basically, it's like the same thing that happened with Dogecoin and Elon Musk. Every time Elon Musk would tweet, Dogecoin was pumping. Charlie Lee saw the same thing was kind of happening with Litecoin, so that's why he made his decision to sell his Litecoin so he wouldn't be pumping the value of the coin. He saw that was bad for the Litecoin network and its success for the future. So it was a smart move on Charlie Lee, but Litecoin wasn't his only holding. Since 2017, the kind, humble, and very noble creator of Litecoin has been busy working hard, making Litecoin the best coin in the crypto space, all while trying to ignore the cruelty at levels only Twitter can provide, hurled in his direction. I'm tired of it, and I know you are too. The previous argument that Litecoin was fairly launched with no pre-mine, and that Charlie Lee earned his Litecoin on the exact same playing field as everybody else, seems to have gone to deaf to ears. Yeah, so he was on the same playing field as everyone else. Fortunately, on May 23rd, 2022, I saw a side of Charlie that I have never seen before. The reason for this side coming out in an article all to itself, but during this time, we have, in Charlie's own words, more ammunition to use against the Litecoin haters trying to spread FUD. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's time to dispel the FUD once and for all. Not because Litecoin is about to surprise the world with an incredible and unimaginable bull run, but because the bullying of Charlie Lee has to stop now. Now, he's been an early Bitcoin investor. Life is not fair, and then you die. Joking aside, I'm fine. I get to work on what I'm passionate about, and I'm financially well off because of my early investments in Bitcoin. Can't complain, and I can't make everyone happy. So true. Charlie Lee was an early enough investor in Bitcoin that he did not need to sell his Litecoin bags. There are rumors and a decent probability that Charlie Lee is Satoshi Nakamoto himself. That's how early Charlie Lee got into Bitcoin. We don't know how many Bitcoin Charlie Lee holds or sold because he hasn't said anything about it. What we do know is that Charlie Lee believes in his Bitcoin investment is large enough to make him financially well off. Now, he's also an early Ethereum investor. Less than that, I made more money from Bitcoin and even more from the Ethereum pre-sale. That just shows you how much more money Vitalik made from his creation. That's a difference between a fairly launched coins versus a pre-mined coin. In response to the suggestion that Charlie made 33 million off his sale of Litecoin, he said less than that. At Litecoin's current price of $68.65, that a market cap of 4.8, let's see, 100,000 million billion, so $4.83 billion when Charlie Lee sold his LTC. Litecoin's market cap was 7 times that, 33 million, and minuscule in comparison. Charlie's most profitable investment was selling his Ethereum bags, which must have been huge because remember, he's an early enough investor in Bitcoin that he just might be Satoshi Nakamoto himself. But yeah, we don't know who Satoshi is at all. But scammers aren't transparent. How do you know that? And you would never have known that I sold if I wasn't being transparent and told everyone. And I have liked 1 out of 100 of what Satoshi has in terms of a percent of total coins owned. That's right there. Did you see that? No, I'm talking about the fact that scammers aren't transparent. Yet, Charlie is giving us an estimate of how many coins he owns, 1 of 100th of what Satoshi has. The amount that Satoshi holds in Bitcoin is over 1 million, probably more. That would make Charlie Lee holding about 10,000. Probably more. Charlie Lee is set for the rest of his life in Bitcoin holdings alone. But remember, he made more money off of the Ethereum pre-sale. Now let's talk about scammers. How many Ethereum tokens did Vitalik Buterin get? Was Ethereum fairly launched with no pre-mine? Hint, pre-sale is code for scam in the crypto world. Is Vitalik as transparent as Charlie Lee? Did he tell everyone when he dumped his bags of Ethereum? Interestingly, Vitalik tweeted 3 days prior to Charlie's reference tweets on May 20th, 2022, that he's not a billionaire anymore. The point is that Charlie Lee is open and honest to a fault in the toxicity of the Twitter sphere. Twitter does not deserve to have coin creators that aren't afraid to tell the truth. Price and how information affects the price of coins or tokens is all most people really care about. Not Charlie Lee, he's building value into Litecoin. The price will take care of itself. Have you heard the speculations of what Litecoin's price is about to do? I wrote an article about it. Conclusion, Charlie Lee gave his reasons for selling all his Litecoin in 2017. He doesn't need the money. He's just fine without Litecoin. His true passion is developing Litecoin, and with the recent upgrade of Mimblewimble extension block, otherwise known as MWeb, as he likes to call it, Litecoin is far superior to Bitcoin. Now, NFTs on Litecoin is now heating up, and tokens can be created on Litecoin just like on Ethereum. Litecoin is in a class all by itself, and market is about to recognize it. Now is the time to congratulate Charlie on his accomplishment, not bully him for his past actions that you disagree with. Isn't it time you looked into Litecoin? Now, is it, people? Litecoin is a very light coding and software program that can be implemented in a lot of technology groups out there and projects. So yeah, it's like I said, Litecoin is one of my biggest holders. I still believe it. Even if it doesn't go to the 1:1/4 ratio to Bitcoin is, I know Litecoin will do well off. Litecoin is scarce. There is only 4 times the supply of Bitcoin. That's why we get the 1/1/4 ratio. So Bitcoin's max supply is 21 million. Litecoin's max cap is 84 million. The Bitcoin blockchain per block on each block is 10 minutes. Litecoin is 2.5 minutes. So it's literally like the little brother. Bitcoin is digital gold, and I personally see Litecoin as the digital silver. And Ethereum, I think of it as a steal because there's so many smart contracts built into it. Like you hear of ERC 720 tokens, you hear about ERC 20, ERC 115. Those are all the smart contracts implemented with Ethereum. So it's like steel. You use steel to build things with. So that's where I see Ethereum. But Litecoin, again, the silver to Bitcoin, and I do like collecting silver as well. Precious metals is a nice store of value. So outside the crypto space, that's a nice little investment too. So again, this was a great article. I hope it did squash any of those FUD articles out there or just tweets out there that you may have heard. And yeah, so we heard it straight from the source mouth. Charlie Lee is a very nice guy. I would love to meet him one of these days. I know my friend Jeff Wade, the CEO of Crypto World, he gets, I think, play poker with him down in Vegas a couple months ago. So that was very cool. So yeah, this was a great article. I hope you guys liked it as well. If so, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a beat. And until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.